Hi, let's see what the Shape Portal camera system is. The Shape Portal camera system is a system of real-time shape portals for moving players on a location. The system is presented in three versions: built-in, URP and HDRP. Now we are in a small location where there are 7 portals. The portal system allows you to install many portals without a high load on FPS. This is due to the fact that the rendering of the image from the camera at the exit of the portal is performed only if the player's camera sees this portal. If the player's camera sees several or all portals, then FPS may increase. But as a rule, in games portals are far from each other, behind mountains, buildings or vegetation. Occlusion doesn't greatly influence the performance of the system, but it can add several FPS with many number of portals. The system also controls the situation. If a player falls through the terrain, he will appear from a random exit, as if he had just entered the location. The lines above the portals show to which point the jump will be made. The portal shader can be of various shapes and shapeless also. The portal shader has several customizable effects. The built-in shader is represented by code, and the URP and HDRP shaders are represented by shader graph. To discretion of artist, portals can be decorated with additional elements and with other special effects. Let's see what this scene contains. The project contains detailed documentation about the Shape Portal camera system and the file of product versions. There are portals with shader material on the scene and cameras that output the image to textures of shaders. You can also see on the scene that 3 free assets are used for the demo version. The system was tested with 2 types of character controllers from standard assets: FPS controller and rigid body FPS controller. Free assets were used for the full presentation of the demo scene, but a developer may not set them if want. If you need to create exactly the same demo scene, there is a video with a full explanation of how to do it. The documentation also contains step-by-step instructions how to create an independent copy of the portal, connect a separate camera to it, and create a new shader using the example of a trefoil shape. Let's now briefly see what the portal shader can do. The portal shader accepts input: a picture from the camera, a shape texture with a mask, the outline color of the shape, the thickness of the shape outline, the speed of rotation of the shape outline, a normal map of the distortion effect, the distortion force of the normal map, the rotation speed of the distortion of the normal map, a color map of the scrolling effect, the distortion force of the scrolling map, the rotation speed of the scrolling map distortion, the shadow on-off flag. The built-in shader takes the camera image from the code and the URP HDRP from the link inside shader graph. The built-in shader creates its shadow by a flag in the code in the same shader, but the URP HDRP by copies of the shader, but with different settings. Texture maps for the shader are simple and easy to create. See the example link in the documentation. Shader settings can quickly achieve a variety of beautiful portals: simple, shape, shapeless, static, rotating, decorated with third-party elements and special effects. The system is simple and can be set in 3 clicks on any location in any project. If you have any questions, please email the author.